look at OKC. We know they're number one. We look at Wembanyama. He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. Anybody that doesn't vote for him Defensive Player of the Year, take away their voting rights. They don't deserve it, okay? Just confiscate it, okay? He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. He's got a shot to win league MVP, and obviously San Antonio has a shot to win the championship. This brother is just a freak of nature. He's absolutely exceptional. We have maligned the Lakers most of the season, particularly a 40-game stretch when they were a 500 team. That is not the Lakers that we're watching right now, Jay, and that's really the bottom line.
figured it out.
Yeah, we've talked so much about the